Good morning, everyone. Have you noticed that the price of your Big Mac has shot up recently? Many consumers are feeling the pinch. And it's not just about McDonald's. Prices are rising for everything from burgers to basic groceries. But if inflation is starting to slow, why does it seem like everyday items are still so costly? This question has led to debates about what's really going on behind the scenes. One reason for the higher prices is something experts call cheapflation. This term refers to the phenomenon where cheaper products like discount version of food items have seen their prices rise faster than more expensive alternatives. During the pandemic, many consumers tried to save money by opting for lower cost items. But these options didn't stay cheap for long. This has made it harder for those on tight budgets to find relief from rising costs. According to Alberto Cavallo, a researcher at Harvard, cheapflation has been a global issue. He and his team found that in 10 countries, including the US, lower cost food items increased in price more dramatically than premium products, meaning that consumers who usually rely on budget-friendly options felt the most financial pain. Frustrated by high prices, many Americans believe big companies are using inflation as an excuse to hike prices even more. A recent poll showed that 58% of consumers think large corporations are taking advantage of the situation. Some political figures like Kamala Harris have even proposed laws to stop companies from unfairly raising food prices. However, businesses see things differently. Groups like the US Chamber of Commerce argue that supply chain disruptions during the pandemic, geopolitical tensions, and rising labor costs are the real reasons prices are still high. They push back against the idea that companies are intentionally inflating prices beyond what's necessary. The meat industry is at the center of this debate. McDonald's claims that major US meat packing companies Cargill, JBS, National Beef, and Tyson Food are working together to limit the supply of beef and keep prices high. This has a direct impact on the cost of items like the Big Mac, which has gone up by 21% since 2019, with higher meat prices being a major factor. It's not just McDonald's pointing fingers. Many other food businesses, including restaurants and grocery stores, have sued these meat companies for allegedly fixing prices. Although the meat packers deny these accusations, some have settled lawsuits over beef pricing issues. Beyond the meat, government regulators are also investigating how the use of data might be contributing to price increases. The Department of Justice has accused AgriStats, a data company, of helping meat producers share confidential information that may reduce competition. AgriStats denies any wrongdoing, but the case is ongoing. In a broader sense, authorities are also looking at how companies in various industries use data and algorithms to keep prices high. For example, the government recently took action against RealPage, a software company that allegedly helped landlords keep rents inflated by sharing private information. Looking ahead, some judges are skeptical of these legal claims. Many believe it's important to keep investigating. There's a fine line between using data to run a business more efficiently and using it to secretly manipulate prices. In the end, consumers want to feel confident that there are rules in place to keep prices fair. In summary, while there are many factors driving up the cost of your Big Mac, from pandemic disruption to meat industry practices, the conversation around cheapflation and data-driven pricing is far from over. Whether through legal action or new regulations, finding solutions to keep everyday costs under control remains a priority for both consumers and regulators. Thank you for listening.